The one thing I've learned in this job is that anything is possible. People will do anything. And if you have $80,000 to throw around, you can absolutely find someone in Los Angeles County to kill your wife. This story is definitely ripe for a made-for-TV movie where you have the ex-model turned housewife with the millionaire husband who is cheating on his wife and tries to hire a hitman because he's not winning his divorce. Monica Olson used to be a model, and she ran her own skincare company. Dino Guglielmelli was a successful businessman in Los Angeles. He was the lead singer of a rock band, but he would pay to have the rock band play at the House of Blues. And he would tell his employees that they were required to go to his shows. Monica and Dino, they were married for about 7 years, and it looked to be a pretty happy marriage. They had 2 really beautiful children. What Monica didn't know was that there wasn't a time that he wasn't cheating on her.
She was in love with this man.
Yeah.
And had no clue.
No.
What was going on behind her back.
Dino wanted too much. He wanted the hot model wife and his kids, but then he also wanted everything on the side. And I think he wanted Monica to be a certain person or to just follow whatever he said and do whatever he wanted her to do and control her, but he couldn't do that. Someone like Mr. Guglielmelli, when they don't get their way, will do whatever they need to do, legal or illegal, to get their way. And ultimately, he decided that he wanted to end it not through the legal proceedings, but he wanted to kill his wife. And he wasn't gonna do it himself. He was gonna get somebody else to do it.
He wanted her dead. He didn't care how it was done. Beat her up, cut her head off, put her in a ditch. My name is Richard Furman, and Dino Guglielmelli hired me to murder his wife.
Tonight's 48 Hours, appropriately set in Los Angeles, is a twisted tale of greed and murder that at times may seem like a Hollywood blockbuster. Like any good thriller, it's 1 part romance, 2 parts Hitchcock. But in the end, it's all true.
It wasn't a joke to him. It was very serious. Get it over with, be bloody, be bad about it, and end it.
Meet Rick Furman. In 2012, millionaire Dino Guglielmelli asked him to kill the mother of his children. Did you ever say, how would the children feel if they lost their mother?
More than once.
And what did he say?
He would say, they'll be much better off without her. I will find them a good mother, and I'll even have you check her out first to make sure she's great and get your approval.
Just 9 years earlier, this horror story was a love story. Monica Olson, a small-town girl from Canada, made it big as a New York fashion model, and then moved to Los Angeles to try her hand at acting.
Monica was working very hard towards it, being successful in modeling and acting.
Monica's close friend, Olya Banar.
She was beautiful. I mean, she's very photogenic. If this whole thing wouldn't happen, we would see her on the big screens right now, definitely.
Olya says Monica wasn't in Los Angeles for very long before she was swept off her feet by Dino. a charming farm boy from a big family in Walla Walla, Washington.
We all grew up in the same house where my parents live currently.
Emilio Guglielmelli says his brother Dino's first love was music.
He's always been a musician, very, very interested in music.
Dino dropped out of college and moved to Los Angeles to be a rock star. But that's not how he would make his fortune. Living in the land of health and fitness, Dino saw a need and capitalized on it. He started making and distributing vitamins and other dietary supplements.
There's nobody in the world who doesn't want to live longer, and so he parlayed that into a great business.
Dino would eventually build the hugely successful multi-level supplement and skincare company, Creations Garden.
Dino was a young, successful man with a lot of money and a lot of power, and when he met Monica, he wanted her, and he knew how to get her.
6 months after they met, Dino flew Monica to Italy and proposed.
It sounds like a fairy tale in the beginning because he proposed to her in Venice. I mean, there was a love at first sight. You don't hear those stories happened.
The couple was married just 3 months later, and Dino's brother, Gino Guglielmelli, attended the lavish wedding.
It was pretty fancy for me, the whole thing.
Gino says Dino's model wife seemed to complete his baby brother's transformation from farm boy to mogul.
He had a successful business. He had nice cars. I think that just added to the image.
What were your impressions of Monica?
I didn't care for her. I thought she was a gold digger and had other motives. I don't know what it was. Something about her I didn't really care for.
She wanted her lifestyle that wasn't sitting at home. You know, her lifestyle was to go to Hollywood and whatever they do in Hollywood. They had nannies, people with the girls, you know, all day long. So he's probably spent more time with them because when he'd come home from work, sometimes she wouldn't come back until later in the evening.
I think she was a great wife, and from what I saw of their life, I mean, they were perfect together.
But Gino lived with his brother and Monica for 6 months early on in their marriage and says he saw trouble from the start.
Just two people with the same kind of egos, and I think she really wanted to have a career, and I think he wanted her to be a mom.
Olya says Monica was a great wife and mother, but when she wanted more, their relationship changed, and so did Dino.
Monica was at home taking care of kids for a couple of years, and it was time for her to be more independent. I think Dino was scared of losing control of Monica, started being more aggressive, more controlling towards her.
By the time Rick Furman came into the picture, their marriage was in its final act.
I knew that he was dating all sorts of girls because he liked to brag about it.
Rick and Dina were in business together, supplying vitamins and supplements to the military. Rick had served as an enlisted man years earlier and had contacts, and says that impressed Dino.
You two became friends.
Close.
And the closer they got, the more Dino confided in Rick.
Dino told me that Monica was a very bad mother, always gone all the time, and slept around with men, women, drank too much, did drugs.
Dino filed for divorce, and Rick says he became consumed with the thought of losing half his assets and custody of his children.
Dino is, for lack of a better word, a complete control freak and a game player. He had to be one step ahead of everybody. He had to win at the end of the day.
Rick says when Dino was ordered to pay a whopping $55,000 a month in alimony, he hatched a plan to have his Canadian-born wife arrested and deported, and he turned to Rick for help.
With my military background, Dino thought I was perfect. He would like me to plant drugs in her car, follow her around and call the police when she's driving erratically to see if she can get pulled over. I had Monica's house keys, Monica's car keys, Monica's credit card statement showing me everything that she's done, every place that she's been.
Dino filed papers showing his company was in trouble, and the alimony was reduced to $25,000. But Rick says it was still too much, too late.
What was the final straw for him?
He got an email from his own attorney to him stating that he was just better off to give her the $25,000 a month and the credit card and just leave it alone. And that, to him, he just lost. His own attorney said, dude, you lost. Give it up. Just pay. It's like asking him to stop breathing. He can't do that.
So what were his instructions to you?
This has got to end. She's got to go. Get it done. If I wasn't going to do it, he was going to find somebody to do it.
Rick told Dino he would take care of Monica, and he did, just not the way Dino wanted.
Why are you still alive?
You know, I think Rick did the noble thing.
Monica Olson.
Remarkable.
And Deputy District Attorney Emily Cole.
Monica is really lucky that Mr. Guglielmelli picked the wrong guy. Otherwise, she'd be dead.
I remember the first time I saw him, he was smiling at me.
When Monica Olson married Dino Guglielmelli, she was sure he was her happily ever after.
He was persistent, he was charming.
She never dreamt their story would end so tragically.
You don't think that the person that you've created a life with can want to harm you and make you suffer.
Monica is very intelligent and has a master's degree in international finance. But she says that, like a lot of women, she was blinded by Dino's charm and the spoils of his riches.
We went out on a date and he said, you know, I have 2 plane tickets and I want to take you to Paris. Throughout our marriage, he spoiled me.
But Monica says things began to change in 2008 when she decided she wanted to go back to work and asked Dino to help her create a skincare line called Skin by Monica.
That was kind of my baby.
But Dino took charge.
Everything was kind of under his control, and I was kept out of the loop. Don't ask too many questions.
Monica says the more questions she asked, the angrier Dino became. So she worked on reigniting her modeling career, but that just made Dino furious.
There was a change in his personality.
Huge. He went dark. I mean, it was as if he was possessed.
Monica says she was never the one sleeping around and doing drugs. Dino was. And at the height of that madness, he created his heavy metal rock band. Dino dyed his hair and polished his nails black and told Monica it was all for show. But she says she became terrified of him and started documenting his behavior.
Everything that's going on, she's recording on a cell phone, which is fine. She can do that. She has every right.
When Dino started behaving really badly, Monica would record him on her cell phone.
Come on, let's go.
Let's go get your backpack.
Showing these videos to everyone, saying, look, I don't know what happened to him. This is really crazy. He's behaving like a lunatic.
In this incident, Dino fired a nanny who his children loved.
You don't understand. You can't be here, Anna.
Because she was too loyal to Monica.
You can't do that, Anna. Look, it's not a choice.
After Dino filed for divorce, he had refused to move out. What Monica didn't know is that while Dino was living in the guest house, he was already planning to get rid of her by paying his friend Rick Furman to do it.
How did he want Monica killed?
That would depend on the day.
Rick says he tried to keep Dino happy and stall him through the divorce, hoping it would all end when there was an agreement, but things just kept escalating.
She was definitely putting him through the ringer, and he wanted her to suffer. So I came up with this idea of letting him know that she was infected with AIDS, and then just a matter of time, Dino, it'll all be over, don't worry about it. And that worked for months.
How did he react when you told him that you infected Monica with HIV virus?
How big can you smile? It's not a joke, I mean, literally, how big can you smile? Because this was pretty big.
Rick made it clear he never actually infected Monica with the virus. It was just a lie to stall Dino. But meanwhile, things at the Guglielmelli home were about to spiral out of control. It was the night of January 16th, 2012.
He was getting in my face right then and there in front of the kids. My first thing was to get the kids removed.
Monica says she rushed the children into her room and locked the door. But before she could dial 911, Dino once again beat her to it and accused her of assaulting him.
He said that she wrapped her hands around his neck and it caused scratches, and that she hit him.
Monica was arrested, and Emily Cole was assigned to the case.
The story was corroborated somewhat by their daughters, so the case was filed as a misdemeanor domestic violence case.
So there was evidence that she had struck him.
There were pictures.
He showed me a picture that his daughter or one of his friends took or something of this itty-bitty little cut, and I basically said, man up. I've cut myself worth shaving.
Still, Dino was able to get a restraining order against Monica and was granted full custody of their daughters.
I'm being given a restraining order to stay away from my kids, to stay away from the house, to stay away from my business.
It all sounds too familiar to this woman.
Do you see parallels between your story and Monica's?
It's the same story almost.
Leisha Devine, Dino's ex-wife.
At any given moment, he would do anything to make me lose my kids. That was his goal.
Leisha says during their divorce, Dino accused her of doing drugs and being abusive, and then took everything, their daughter, their home, and the business they started together, Creations Garden.
The Dino I married was a caring and compassionate guy. The guy I divorced was callous, mean, calculating. The best way to describe it is Jekyll on Hyde.
Looking back in hindsight, this is exactly what he did to his second wife. He brought up domestic violence charges, and he was able to get custody of their child then. And that's exactly what it looks like he was doing with Monica.
I'll do the pink fairy, you do the...
Monica lost custody of her girls for 13 months, and then charges were finally dropped for lack of evidence. But that's when Dino pushed Rick Furman to execute the plan.
The pressure was on to kill her. 3, 5, 7, 10 times a week, phone calls at 4 a.m. in the morning. When's this gonna end? Are you sure you can get it done?
There's always problems, even in normal divorces with couples that fight over certain things, but you somehow make it work for the benefit of your children. There is no such a concept in his mind. It's all or nothing. It's the Hunger Games. It's kill or be killed.
Monica was about to find out how right she was. Rick Furman couldn't stall Dino any longer and says he's no killer. So he decided to visit Monica's divorce attorney and spill the beans.
We had quite a detailed discussion.
And you told him that
everything.
You told him everything, that Dino wanted Monica dead.
Absolutely.
How did your husband want you killed?
I mean, in a horrific way. He wanted to make it look like a drug killing, like I had been kidnapped in Mexico, and he wanted me raped, and he wanted my head cut off.
It's pretty horrific.
Monica's lawyer took Rick Furman's information to the district attorney's office, and the case of attempted murder was assigned to none other than Emily Cole.
I didn't automatically recognize the Guglielmelli name. It was his daughter's names that I recognized from the domestic violence case. That's what clicked in my head, that I'd met this guy before.
But before Cole could make an arrest, her investigators needed solid evidence.
The detective said, would you be willing to wear a wire? And I said, sure.
On October 1st, 2013, he did just that.
You're positive
That what?
you want her dead? 100%.
Why wouldn't I?
Why wouldn't you? Good question.
On the afternoon of October 1st, 2013, Rick Furman and Dino Guglielmelli did something they'd done many times.
They were just gonna have lunch, and this is where they usually went.
Spicy mint chicken?
Let's do the penne curry beef.
But prosecutor Emily Cole made sure that this time, the tables were turned.
The detectives in this case from the Sheriff's Department Major Crimes, they were sitting here watching Dino and Furman have their lunch.
There's no going back when we get up out of this seat.
So what did Furman have to get out of Dino?
Well, first of all, he needed to give him an opportunity to say no, to back out at all times. But he needed for Dino to understand that at the end of this conversation, by the time they walked out that door, that there was no way that Dino was going to be able to stop what he would put in motion.
I'll be happy when it's all over. That's when I'll really be happy.
We did exactly the same routine as we've done for a year. It was the same conversation. Nothing was changed. Nothing was embellished. Nothing was made up.
In a moment Rick calls typical, Dino is heard justifying his desire to have Monica killed because she lied during a deposition in the domestic violence case against her.
When she went into her deposition and lied and said that I scratched myself to set her up, and that she never touched me, and that all those scratches came from me going to the bathroom and scratching myself, and she looked me straight in the eyes and said it, that's when I knew that I wanted her. That I could never ever trust her or anything came out of her mouth. And I knew then that she would do anything to hurt me.
This is a clip from the recording that was made that day at this restaurant between Dino and Mr. Furman.
I'll ask you a simple question. You're positive
That what?
you want her dead? 100%. Are you sure the girls they're fine?
They're totally fine.
All they think is they're dead.
So this is significant because this was a clear declaration that he wanted his wife dead.
No matter the consequences, he wants her dead regardless of who it's going to hurt.
It's like a dream come true. Seriously. She's tried so hard to hurt me for so long and done so much, evil things.
3 or 4 times, I gave him the way out. Are you sure you want her dead? When I get up out of this seat, it's done, it's over. I think his words were, it's been a long time, but why wouldn't I?
Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't you? Good question.
But what are the kids gonna do for a mother? Don't worry about it. I'll find a good one.
By the time we're out at lunch, it's already done. You just need to figure out how to pay me.
Oh, I'll pay.
How much?
You already told me how much.
80,000?
That's what you told me.
Rick says that in earlier conversations about killing Monica, Dino made it clear he wanted it done while she was traveling abroad. So Rick told Dino that while they were at lunch, Monica was away on vacation in Mexico, where she would die that day.
Are you telling me it's going to be done today? Are you serious?
Yes. When I leave this room.
Rick convinced Dino that a hired assassin in Mexico would kill Monica before they had time to digest their lunch.
I don't want to know anything.
There you go. I'm not going to tell you that.
I'll read about it in the paper.
Yes, you will. Mexican paper, maybe.
Painfully aware of the sting operation, Monica was hiding out in a hotel room in Beverly Hills. That night, Dino went home to his daughters, presumably thinking their mother was dead.
The following day, the recording was brought to me. We listened to it, and then I filed the case.
Dino Guglielmelli was arrested at his home in Valencia, California, in front of his daughters and charged with attempted murder.
They saw him being arrested.
The girls were taken into protective custody, and Monica had to pick them up at the jail.
What I don't understand is why the hate, the deep-seated anger and hatred towards you.
That's a question for him.
One I would eventually get to ask him over the phone.
You have a prepaid call from... It's Dino. An inmate in Corcoran, California.
Hello, Dino.
Hi, Troy.
I just want to remind you that you are being recorded, Dino.
The only way I could ask Dino Guglielmelli why he wanted his wife Monica killed was via telephone.
My first question to you is, what mistakes did you make? What are you guilty of?
Dino is being held in this facility in Corcoran, California, which doesn't allow cameras.
Well, I would say I'm probably, I could say that I'm guilty of allowing myself to be betrayed and manipulated. I'm guilty of working too hard. I'm guilty of trusting too much.
Dino says he is the victim here. He calls Rick Furman a master con man who convinced him they could make millions selling vitamins and supplements to the military. When that con started to unravel, Dino says Rick set him up for attempted murder.
You're not taking any responsibility for this?
No. 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 Ask Furman. Why did he do it? After 2 years and a manipulation on a military contract and all this stuff, why did he do that? He didn't have to. I wasn't going out trying to find somebody to knock off my wife.
He had a conversation.
Prosecutor Emily Cole confirms that Rick did indeed con Dino into thinking there was a big contract coming his way.
Rick forged Department of Defense documents to lead Mr. Guglielmelli to believe that there was some big business deal. And Mr. Furman explains that he did that in order to keep Mr. Guglielmelli happy, because a happy Dino doesn't want to kill his wife.
Is there a military contract? There's military contracts given every day. I particularly am seeking one for supplements. And I'm still working on it today. And that's really all I'll say with that.
Our investigation brought forward the information that Mr. Furman only spent a year in the military. He had a very basic military background. He was honorably discharged on injury. Rick Furman is a chameleon because he'll be whatever you want him to be.
And just like Emily Cole, we found Richard Furman hard to pin down.
Are you a hitman?
No.
Have you ever killed somebody?
Not on U.S. soil. That's it. Move on.
But you have killed someone.
Move on.
He'll say and do what he thinks you want him to do. I think Dino and Mr. Furman were very similar in that respect, and I think that's why they got along so well.
But while it was obvious that Rick Furman was a phony, the conspiracy to kill Monica was very real.
By the time we're out at lunch, it's already done. You just need to figure out how to pay me.
Oh, I'll pay.
How much?
You already told me how much.
$80,000?
That's what you told me.
I've listened to the tape, and it's very clear on the tape. You wanted your wife killed, and you were willing to pay $80,000 to make it happen.
Well, the whole money aspect had come up numerous times about him wanting money and needing money, and I've been paying him money for a long time. I don't know how much money I paid him. I think in total, I paid him probably $50,000 to secure the military contract. And it was always, well, how are you going to give me the money? And where's the money going to come from? That was a question all the time. By the time the hour and a half lunch was up and he asked me those questions, I was, was it about killing somebody? I really didn't think anybody was going to be dead. I mean, I'm just answering the question. I know what the tape appears to be like, but I didn't take any of it seriously. I really didn't.
Dino claims it was Rick Furman who wanted to get rid of Monica because she was trying to sabotage his military contract.
He convinces me that Monica is calling them and trying to kill the contract. So he's like, I want to get her out of the country. I want anything I can do to
to get rid of her. I'm like, Richard, don't talk like that. We'll just pay her when the contract happens. No. We're not going to get the contract. Do you understand what she's doing? She's sending letters to them.
Are you saying to me, Dino, that Rick Furman was the one who proposed killing Monica?
All the time, yeah.
And you never said that?
Any of this stuff.
No, you never said it.
The more I pressed Dino about what he said on the tape, the more he blamed Rick Furman, and the less his story made sense.
Well, on the tape, it's very clear that you understood that once the lunch with Rick was over, there was no turning back, that he was going to kill Monica.
He said that to me many times. There's no turning back once this happens. He would say there's no turning back or we don't pay the people on the military contract. They're going to kill both of us. I mean, these were things that he used to say all the time. I didn't take any of it seriously. I mean, it was normal protocol for him to talk like that.
I don't think it's my place to go into detail because...
But we listened to the whole tape, and there is no mistaking what Dino and Rick were discussing. Even Dino's brother agrees.
Did you hear the recordings?
Yes.
Between your brother and Rick Furman?
Yes.
What did you make of it?
The recordings kind of speak for themselves, that they had a conversation about killing Monica.
Dino made it clear more than once that he wanted her dead.
Yes.
And he was willing to pay $80,000 to have it done.
Yes. Yes, he did.
Does that surprise you?
Yes, it does surprise me, and I truly believe, though, the whole situation snowballed out of control. I believe in my heart there may be, you know how guys talk, everybody gets mad, you say things and whatever. He could say, I wish she was gone. Somebody said, I can get rid of her for you if you want. The guy was a real blowhard, and I could see the situation where he'd say, I can take care of that, no problem. I can do that for you, sure, go ahead.
Richard told me the whole time, I don't know Monica, but I hate her guts. What she's done to you and those children, she should be deported. She should be this, she should be that. I mean, to the depth of the deception here. I'm not lying. I'm telling you the truth. Yeah, I fell into a military contract where I was blinded by that. I just kind of ignored it because that was my focus. And that was wrong. It does show a weakness in me being greedy. I should have recognized what was going on, and I'll never forgive myself for that.
But to Emily Cole, this wasn't about a phony military contract or Rick Furman. This was a clear-cut case of murder for hire by Dino.
And you're sure the girls they're fine?
They're totally fine. All they need is their dad.
All they need is their dad.
There was just one problem. Cole's star witness was an alleged con man.
Were you concerned about putting Rick Furman on the stand?
To an extent.
Why?
He had his own credibility issues, and that was brought forward in the preliminary hearing. There were a lot of things that the defense attorney brought up that didn't make him look great.
The defense portrayed Furman as a fraud who manipulated Dino with a fictional multi-million-dollar military contract for supplements. Cole knew that would happen again if Furman was called as a witness in front of a jury.
But the case wasn't Mr. Furman, it was the tape.
But would the tape be enough to convince the jury?
You're positive.
That what?
You want her dead.
9 months after Dino Guglielmelli was caught on tape and charged with attempted murder for trying to have his wife killed, Emily Cole was preparing for trial. The evidence from the tape had the potential to send Dino away for life.
When Mr. Furman tells him that when he leaves this room, he can't change the fact that Monica's going to be killed, and Mr. Guglielmelli agrees to that, that is Mr. Guglielmelli pointing the proverbial gun at Monica.
And there's no way for them to, like, come track it back to me, right?
No, that's why I asked you about the money.
Cole had solid evidence on that tape, but she also had a big problem. Rick Furman himself. Just before trial, she decided she wasn't going to take any chances and made a stunning decision. She offered Dino a deal, plead guilty to attempted murder in the second degree, and serve only 9 years in prison.
He had never spent a day in jail previous to this incident. He didn't have a record. Mr. Guglielmelli didn't commit violence on anyone either. And I think this was a fair sentence.
I think my life is worth more than that. To me, the intent shows the criminal mind. The intention. So if I try to kill you and the bullet misses you by ½ an inch, am I less of a criminal because I don't have a good aim? Is he less of a criminal because Richard came forward?
Did you want this to go to trial?
Yes. Absolutely.
I was shocked. I remember calling, asking them, why are you offering him a plea? What I got back was, don't worry about it, he'll never take it. Don't worry about it. He's going away for life.
Why did you take the plea
I took a plea deal because I didn't want to. And as you know, I went all the way to the last second before I took the deal. But my mom, my whole family pleaded with me to take the deal. I wasn't going to. I thought the 1 to 5 chance was really worth taking the risk. And I told them all that. I didn't think a jury was going to find me guilty. But after my mom said, please just take the deal, I took the deal.
Dino is serving his time here at this state prison in Corcoran, California. He will be eligible for parole in 2021.
He will get out angry, he will get out vengeful, and he will get out thinking that the game still needs to be won.
Despite suspicions that Rick Furman is a con man, he has not been charged with any crime. His biggest fear is when Dino is released.
That's what's scary for me. There isn't any doubt in my mind that my life would be in danger.
And Monica fears for her safety as well.
I know that my husband's very resourceful. He may have asked Rick, but he could ask many other people too. He had a lot more than $80,000 at his disposal to have me killed.
So do you believe money will be waiting for him when he's released?
If he has control over it from prison, then absolutely he will have access to several millions.
Dino's brother Gino insists there is no money left.
She claims that there's $4.5 million overseas. Okay? Go find it. His second wife, oh, there's $20 million overseas. Go find it. How come nobody's finding it? Seriously, where is it? Honestly, the guy is in prison. Can't somebody go get it?
Do you have any sympathy for Monica?
No, I think she pretty much brings on all of her misfortune herself. But I didn't like her before, so I'm certainly not going to like her now.
What if your brother was actually associating with a real hitman? Monica could be dead today.
I guess by the tape, it's probably true. But I believe that my brother in his business world probably knew more capable people if you wanted something like that done than Richard Furman. That's why I think it was just something said between two guys that spiraled out of control.
Does Monica have any reason to fear for her safety after you are released from prison?
Of course not. I want to take care of my kids. I want to pay child support. I want to be a good providing citizen and a good providing father.
But Dino might have a hard time with that. Monica is proceeding with the divorce, fighting for the house, whatever money is left, and she has full custody of their daughters.
How do you explain something like this? And how do you make them adjust to a new life, knowing that their father's alive, knowing that their father, is in prison?
Do they know why he's in prison?
Yes, they saw him being arrested. So they were very present that morning. Vendela, my youngest, she said, Mommy, God gave Daddy a timeout.
But Dino still claims he is the victim.
I've been criminalized, Troy, which has just destroyed my life. And I don't get it. I don't understand why everyone wants to attack me. And this guy set me up.
Monica is lucky because in the end, Rick Furman is not a killer. He's someone that might bend the truth or omit the truth, but he's not a killer. And that's what saved Monica.
Monica's main concern now is her children.
I know his intention is to reunite himself with the kids and take those children away from me. I know that that's...
Is that one of your greatest fears?
Do I think about it? Yes. Am I going to live in fear every day? No. I'm not going to allow this man to do this to me. No. I intend on really making something of my experience and not shying away from what happened, because I think that if somebody can look at my life and what I've been through and learn from it, then I've done something right.
Anything else you want to say?
You have 30 seconds remaining. It's 15 minutes of fame has turned into 30 seconds of fame.
I can only describe it as evil, something horrible.
From 48 Hours, this is Trained to Kill, the dog trainer, the heiress, and the bodyguard.
He couldn't control his obsession.
Who was the hunter and who was the hunted? Follow and listen on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
It is farm country, horse country, bucolic, upwardly mobile, wealthy type of community, affluent. It's a quiet place.
Tiny, unassuming house. Just a simple farmhouse.
Colts Neck has a lot of these.
Yes.
This beautiful little farmhouse with this beautiful farm star, you know, in the middle of it.
In July of 2013, I was an assistant prosecutor in Monmouth County, New Jersey. Donna Anchaco was alone. She had just gone to bed for the evening.
An intruder came into her house and attacked her, stabbing her repeatedly.
911, where's emergency? Oh, my name is Donna Anchaco. I just got stabbed. Where are you? Really bad. A kid just came in and stabbed me. Okay, I can feel my heart. I'm pouring, gushing blood. Okay. I'm losing consciousness. Keep your eyes open. Donna? Donna?
I was driving home. It was maybe like 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30. As I pulled up closer, I saw big SUVs, cop cars, lights flashing everywhere. I was like, where is my mom? And they were like, well, she has been attacked and she's on her way to the hospital. They couldn't tell me whether she was alive or if she wasn't.
I was new into major crimes. I didn't have the experience that some of the older detectives, so I had never seen that much blood before.
Why would somebody do this? Who did this? What did she ever do to anybody, you know?
On that night, in the early morning hours, we got a 911 call from a worker from this restaurant.
About how far from Donna's house are we standing right here?
This is about an 8-minute drive.
They called because they saw a subject walking through their drive-through.
Average Detention Police. One of my customers in drive-thru were approached by a man with no shirt but had a knife in his hand.
Knocking on windows, carrying a knife. One of the witnesses who saw the young man, she agreed to come in and give us a sketch.
Everybody was asking about the police sketch. It was in every store. People were frightened.
Can you tell me about the tip?
I get a call. The woman on the other end says that she's calling about the stabbing in Colts Neck. She said, I think my cousin may have something to do with that.
Tiny Colts Neck, New Jersey sits just 50 miles from New York City. But it might as well be a world away. So in July 2013, this quiet community was rocked by news of a violent home invasion where the victim was stabbed repeatedly. The only thing more shocking?
My name is Donna Angshako.
The victim survived.
I lost, in total, close to 3/4 of the blood in my body. There's no earthly reason why I'm alive. None.
If I had asked you at the time to give me a list of 100 things you're worried about, where would a home invasion been?
Oh, no, never.
Donna worked for a company that brokered fuel for ships on the nearby Jersey Shore. She and her daughter Kirsten lived in this farmhouse on the edge of flower fields.
She was 20 when she had me, so we're only 20 years and 1 day apart.
Friend Sharon Sharp hired Donna decades ago.
Kirsten had just been born?
Yeah, Kirsten was a baby. I thought she was really brave, being a single mom, very young.
I was by her side all the time.
Kirsten, who now works as a welder, recalls what life was like just prior to her mother's attack.
We were going to the gym multiple times a week. Not only was she like mentally strong, but she was physically strong.
She was so fit. She did Tough Mudders with Kirsten.
I like that competition. I like to show strength, physical strength. Things couldn't have been any better at that time.
That's when Saturday of July 4th weekend rolled around. Monmouth County Detective Andrea Tazi says they were having a heat wave.
It was humid, but we had no rain or anything like that. I mean, it was a dry night.
So Donna
had her windows open. Yes. She had her windows open just to obviously to circulate air.
Kirsten was out at a party. So I was home doing laundry. I'd say about 11:30. I decide I'm gonna get ready for bed. I let the cat out. I went and brushed my teeth.
But just as she was drifting off to sleep,
I heard what I thought was the cat. I heard something, and I remembered, oh, I forgot to let the cat in.
Without turning on any lights, Donna headed downstairs to open the front door for her cat.
But instead, when I opened the door, I saw someone standing there. In the split second after seeing this person on my porch, I saw the knife. He was trying to cut into the screen of the window that was right next to the front door.
She says she didn't recognize the young white male standing right in front of her, holding a large knife.
I tried to slam and shut the door. My fingers were protruding out. He stuck the knife through the opening and cut my finger, so that I immediately let go of the door, and then he pushed his way in. I'm backing into my kitchen. We're face to face. It didn't register to me that he was actually going to stab me.
But without a word, that's exactly what the stranger did.
He slashed my cheek, and you can see that here, and actually it starts back here. There was no way to process that that happened.
Donna's attacker came at her with the knife again.
He then slashed 3 times on this side of my neck.
She tried grabbing the knife, but only cut her own hand in the process.
Did you feel like you were dealing with somebody who was really strong?
No, but I felt like he was very sure. Like he was very in control of himself.
Donna was starting to weaken from the injuries.
I felt like my legs were going to give out. So I braced myself against the corner of my bathroom right next to the front door.
Sure enough, she slid down to the floor.
I was in fetal position, and I'm bleeding. And he came over, and it was kind of like he was playing, you know, with the knife and just started jabbing at me. So that's when he caught me here. And he got me in the back of my neck here.
Finally, Donna's attacker spoke to her.
This was when he decided to ask me for my car keys and if I had a lighter.
A lighter?
Mm-hmm. I just answered him. There's a lighter in my purse, and my purse was on the table back in the kitchen. So he went over and was rummaging through my purse and got the keys, got the lighter.
Donna's assailant ended up taking her entire purse with him, but not before returning one last time to Donna, still bleeding on the floor.
He said, "You dead bitch," and plunged the knife into my chest.
Once he plunges the knife in and then removes it, what does he do then?
He just walked out the door.
With no neighbors in earshot, Donna knew she must get help, somehow.
Your phone isn't in reach.
No, my phone was upstairs in my bedroom, charging.
Donna had no landline in the house, but even as the blood was draining rapidly from her body, she had one pressing concern above her own survival.
Kirsten could come home and find me. I just didn't want her to have to experience any level of the horror that I had just gone through, or any other levels in finding me there, dead.
So this is a mother's instinct as pure as it gets.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
You know you have to get upstairs if you're going to be able to make a call for help.
Right.
How do you get up those stairs?
So that I don't know. There was divine intervention that helped me up those stairs. No doubt. No doubt in my mind.
A mother disappears. Evidence points to homicide. The suspect is gone too, leading U.S. Marshals on a relentless manhunt. The chase is on.
Justice is coming.
48 hours, tonight on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Being an FBI agent is not just a job.
The city's under attack.
It's a life. We're hunting a serial killer. The life we chose. People are in danger.
It only works if we're doing it together.
Teamwork.
Cover me. Now let's rock and roll.
Yeah, my whole team winning. Every member clutch, watch the whole team glisten. Yeah, my whole team winning. Ain't no way to stop us when we be out on a mission.
The FBI's new episodes Tuesday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
We know how his story ended. Now see how it all began. NCIS Origins, coming CBS Fall.
She's a tiny little woman. You have to imagine that many stab wounds. And she just willed it. She was not going to die there.
Former Monmouth County Assistant Prosecutor Lori Gerhardt says Donna Angshaka was determined her daughter Kirsten would not come home to find her dead. She knew she had to get to her cell phone upstairs.
I don't remember my feet or my hands actually touching the stairs. The energy that it took for me to get up off the ground and up those stairs, I was definitely guided.
The amount of strength that goes into that is just unimaginable.
But the motivation was you.
Yeah. Yep. Maybe I was there, guiding her in spirit.
Once Donna made it upstairs, she faced a new challenge after peering out her bedroom window.
She had a car sitting right here?
Right, she had a car sitting right in this area.
I could still see the car was there, and I could see the car was on and he was in it. If I take my phone off the charger, it's gonna light up. He's gonna see the light.
Afraid her attacker would come back for her, Donna did her best to hide the light of the phone. Then, just getting it to work became the next hurdle.
My hands are covered in blood, my touch screen. I was trying to swipe and swipe, so I ended up having to wipe my hands off, wipe the phone off, wipe it down on the bed, and then I was able to do the touch screen and get through to 911.
Oh, my name is Donna Angshaka. I just got stabbed really bad. Some kid just came in and stabbed me, and he stole my car. Okay. Just stand up on me, okay? Where did you get stabbed? In the neck, blood is gushing out, and in the chest.
Detective Andrea Tazzi says Donna's ability to place that call despite her injuries was amazing. But then Donna did something even more extraordinary. She gave a detailed description of her attacker.
Okay, do you know what he looked like? Yeah, he was probably about 17. White, real skinny, curly hair. Blonde, dirty blonde hair. Backpack.
It was pretty chilling to listen to Donna and be able to hear her accurately talk about this is what happened, this is what he looks like,
I'm losing consciousness.
and then hear her fade out.
Donna? Donna? Hello, Donna? Donna? Yes, ma'am. I think I just passed out for a minute.
Police and paramedics arrived less than 8 minutes after Donna dialed 911, but her attacker had already fled. Donna was rushed to Jersey Shore University Medical Center and into trauma surgery. It would be a few more hours before Kirsten arrived home from her party to a house surrounded by flashing lights.
I saw the caution tape and that her car was gone.
Police told Kirsten what happened to her mother.
You were deeply shaken.
Oh yeah, I remember at one point my knees buckled. They had the SUV, the undercover cop car, the trunk was open. So I was like, can I sit here? Because I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
As Kirsten was processing the news, an all-out manhunt had already begun for Donna's assailant. Detective Tazzi says another 911 call had come in shortly before Donna's attack.
I was going to pick up my daughter, and there was a kid hitchhiking.
From a driver who saw someone walking along the road near Donna's house.
They saw a young man with a backpack and khaki pants. He was walking close to the fog line and kind of stepping into traffic, and she felt that he was kind of a hitchhiker.
He was on the northbound side, walking southbound, and I'm afraid he's going to get hit by a car. How old about? I'm going to say like 18, 19, 20, something like that.
She was concerned because she just thought that maybe he needed help in some way.
And was a car dispatched?
Yes. They didn't find him, though.
Still, the Good Samaritan driver had inadvertently given the investigation its first lead.
I felt that the hitchhiker was my person. It was too coincidental for that time of the night in that area for somebody to be walking, and then 15 minutes later, Donna's calling say that she was stabbed.
And there was about to be another tip, not long after Donna's 911 call, from a fast food restaurant 5 miles from her house.
They saw a subject walking through their drive-through, knocking on windows, carrying a knife, and it looked like it had blood on it.
Employees from the Taco Bell quickly called police.
You have any description of him?
Yeah, he was wearing, you know, like those army pants, and he had no shirt. He was white with like really like bushy hair, but it was like long, like the skater type hair.
How old was he?
I don't know. He looked like he was like 18.
Police rushed to the Taco Bell and started canvassing the nearby shopping center. They didn't find their suspect, but they did find something else.
So there had been a bolo put out on Donna's vehicle.
Be on the lookout.
Right. And in the process of looking for this person here, they found the car.
Donna's stolen car, this BMW, had been ditched behind a movie theater.
It was lights on and it was running. So it clearly was an abandoned vehicle.
Tazi says the car would become crucial.
There was blood all over it. And so we were hoping that we would get some kind of DNA evidence of our suspect.
Did you?
We did.
Sharon Sharp will never forget the dread she felt when she arrived at the hospital to see her friend Donna Angshako, only to be told she wasn't there.
I'm picturing the color draining from your face and the air leaving your lungs like...
Totally. No, this cannot be. There's no way. She has to be here.
Did you think maybe she had died?
Yes.
It turned out, with her attacker still on the loose, the hospital had admitted Donna under an alias to protect her. Sharon was allowed to see Donna the next day.
An intensive care room I've never seen before. It looked like an enlarged, massively enlarged cockpit wall because there were tons of machines behind her, and she looked almost like a puppet.
Surgery was 7 hours, I believe.
Despite losing 3/4 of the blood in her body, trauma surgeons had saved Donna's life, but at a tremendous cost. You may find the pictures you're about to see disturbing.
I pretty much looked like a living cadaver. I had 37 stitches on my face and neck, 38 staples in my chest, 7 stitches in my hand, and now internally my sternum is wired shut.
And as for that final stab to Donna's chest just before her assailant left,
it missed my heart by the edge of a dime, is what I remember them telling me.
the edge of a dime.
When she talks about the margin that the knife missed her heart by?
Yeah, if she was any slouched over, any more, that would have been it.
Kirsten says as soon as her mother was able to talk, she had one simple request.
I remember her saying, "All I smell is this blood in my hair. Can somebody please wash my hair?"
Sharon says they got permission, and then she and two of Donna's family members did their best to wash Donna's hair as she lay in her hospital bed.
We were determined to see if we can make her smile. So we turned it into a ridiculous idiot session with 3 of us, like a factory line. We laughed through our tears, and anytime anybody would get too serious, we'd make it funny.
But her hair was far from Donna's biggest concern. She was sure her attacker would find her and finish the job.
She was convinced that he was in the hospital, and we kept telling her, "No, you're here under an alias."
I survived. I stood face to face with him. I could 100% positively identify him. He's coming back for me.
Detective Tazi says they were pretty sure the young man knocking on windows at the Taco Bell drive-thru shortly after Donna's attack was their suspect. Within 2 days, a customer who saw him met with a police sketch artist.
And was able to provide pretty great details on the person she saw that night.
Investigators then took the sketch to the hospital.
What did Donna say when she saw that sketch?
She said, yeah, it was incredibly accurate. She tweaked it a little bit. She said that, yes, that looks like the person who stabbed me.
His curly blonde hair, he was like a surfer kid. or a skateboarder or something like that.
Former Assistant Prosecutor Lori Gerhardt says the sketch of the suspect was soon plastered all over Monmouth County and on law enforcement social media.
So people are obviously talking and trying to figure out, do we know him? Where is he from? Who is this kid? And it's scary because you like to have a sense of security in your community.
Investigators reviewed the cameras of stores in the shopping center near the Taco Bell to see if they'd get lucky and spot their suspect, hoping the more images they had, the more likely the chance of identifying him.
We were trying to go back and look at video from various businesses to see the description and really to put out the bolo, like this is who we're looking for.
Security cameras had captured the suspect once again.
The surveillance we got from the store over there was from the inside the store, but it was pointing outwards.
I see. And it definitely caught him.
Oh yeah, you could see him walking.
As police kept looking for the suspect, Donna was turning a corner, at least physically. Amazingly, after just 4 days, Donna Angshako was released from the hospital. Sharon says that was all due to the training Donna had done prior to the attack.
Clearly, she's very physically fit. She couldn't have survived this if she wasn't.
It's an amazing thing. You were out in 4 days. But as you leave the hospital, you are also walking back into a world where whoever did this to you is still out there.
Right. But also, I wasn't going back to the farm. I wasn't going back to my house. No, there was no way.
In fact, Donna would never step foot in her house again. She and Kirsten moved in with family living in New Jersey. Then, just 8 days after the attack, not long after the police sketch began circulating, Detective Tazi's phone rang.
I take the call, and the woman on the other end says that she's calling about the stabbing in Colts Neck. I said, okay. I said, how can I help you? And she said, I think my cousin, Brennan Doyle, may have something to do with that.
It was the first time Tazi had heard the name Brennan Doyle. He was just 16 years old. His cousin told Tazi word was going around her family that Brennan was involved in the Colts Neck stabbing. The cousin had seen Brennan just days prior to Donna's attack.
Between July 3rd and 6th, because he was up in Connecticut for her wedding with his family.
He had attended her wedding.
He attended her wedding, and she was able to provide us a picture of what he looked like during the time he was up there for the wedding.
The photo she sends is Brennan with long curly hair wearing camouflage shorts, looking very much like the kid in the sketch and more importantly on the videotapes.
Brennan's resemblance to the sketch all around town was about to become even more important because of what the cousin told Detective Tazi happened a few days later.
She was staying at Brennan's family's lake house in New Hampshire as a wedding gift. And Brennan, his brother, and the mother showed up there unexpected.
Hang on. This woman is in Lake Winnipesaukee. She's on her honeymoon?
Yes.
And all of a sudden, there's Brennan, Brennan's mother, Brennan's brother, crashing her honeymoon?
Yes, and the dog.
But what was even more surprising was Brennan's appearance.
Brennan's hair was cut.
The next time she sees him, he's cut his hair.
Yes.
So that's a big red flag.
Yes.
Brennan Doyle's cousin told investigators that Brennan showed up just days after Donna's attack, hundreds of miles from home, with his hair suddenly cut short, similar to this. Like Donna, the Doyle family resided in Colts Neck. Former Assistant Prosecutor Lori Gerhardt.
We lived in a very nice house, 2 sons, a mom and a dad. The life of a typical Colts Neck teenager, it's a life of wealth, it's a life of privilege.
Doyle was a student athlete on wrestling and hockey teams. Detective Tazi started digging into his background.
He had never been arrested. There was never any charges filed against him prior to our investigation.
According to the prosecutor's records, police had been called to the Doyle house for what they referred to as family conflicts. The location of the home would turn out to be very important.
Where did Brennan live?
So if you make a right up here and you go up maybe a quarter of a mile on the left.
So that's close.
Yeah.
The teen and his family lived within walking distance of Donna's house, up the very road that driver had reported seeing someone she described as a young hitchhiker just prior to Donna's attack.
I'm afraid he's going to get hit by a car.
When does the Doyle family return to Colts Neck?
Later in July.
With Brennan and his family back in town, Tazi reached out to the family, saying investigators were canvassing the neighborhood.
What happened when you went to the house?
We spoke with Mrs. Doyle. She was nervous. Her voice was cracking and...
Did this raise an eyebrow for you?
It did. We asked if Brennan and his brother could come and look at the composite sketch and if they had any idea who that person might be on the sketch.
Did Brennan come out?
He did.
Tazi says she wanted to see Brennan's hair to confirm what his cousin had told her, that it had been cut much shorter. It seemed the teen tried to stay a step ahead when he came out to greet the detective.
He was wearing a hat. He was wearing a baseball hat.
I think wearing a baseball cap was a calculated move.
It might have been, but it didn't work.
You could tell his hair was cut short.
Next, Tazi showed Brennan the police sketch of the suspect, the same one Donna helped tweak to look just like her attacker.
How did he react?
He looked away. He looked at it, looked away, and said, I don't know. I don't know. He was nervous and he was scared, and he got very quiet.
There is a reaction. Eyes are down, no eye contact. People are nervous. Mom starts redirecting the conversation.
Doyle's family and his attorney denied our request for an interview. We asked CBS News consultant, defense attorney Matt Troiano, to study the case file.
And I think that probably confirms what they believed going in.
Brennan's odd behavior and resemblance to the sketch and video evidence may have been striking, but with nothing else to go on yet, Tazi thanked the Doyles for their time and left.
Did you know that was your guy?
I was pretty confident that we were on the right track with him. But we also have a duty. We had other leads that were coming in, so we were doing a lot of follow-ups.
As investigators worked the case, Donna was struggling. Weeks after the attack, the reality of what had happened to her had taken hold.
I lost everything that night. I lost my home, had nowhere to go. I lost my car. They took it into evidence.
Donna, you lost more than half your blood.
Exactly. I lost a lot.
Donna says that's when, in addition to her physical recovery, she faced a new challenge.
Symptoms of PTSD started to show up. I'm not eating, I'm not sleeping, I don't care about anything. I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm happy, I'm, every emotion under the sun at any minute. I felt like I was going crazy. I was always thinking, I don't know who this kid is, but he climbed through the window in that second that I fell asleep, and now he's hiding in the closet, kind of crazy thoughts.
Sharon Sharp says Donna's fear meant even friendly visits required a new protocol, including announcing her arrival every step of the way so as not to trigger Donna.
I'm gonna come around the hedges now, and I'm gonna enter the backyard. I'm gonna be touching the gate in 3, 2, 1. I would shake my keys first, which had bells on them. Say, it's me, Sharon, I'm coming.
The investigation lasted through the summer of 2013. Brennan Doyle remained the only likely suspect. Detective Tazi says investigators took the next step in September.
We got a warrant to obtain his DNA, his fingerprints, photographs of him, just things that are personal to him.
When the results came back,
there's a fingerprint match, then ultimately there's a DNA match.
Brennan Doyle's DNA was a spot-on match to unknown DNA found in Donna's car in a number of places.
11 different DNA samples and pieces of evidence found in that vehicle, and really, there's no reason why Brennan Doyle's DNA should be in this woman's vehicle. He's a stranger to her.
One more crucial piece of evidence was found in early October in the most unexpected spot.
Repairmen were servicing an air conditioning unit that was on the top of the strip mall. They found the knife on the roof right near the air conditioning unit.
A knife, looking weathered as though it had been there for months, found on a bowling alley roof in the very same shopping center where the Taco Bell was located and where Donna's car had been abandoned.
How important was the knife?
It ended up being very important because the knife was from a set. We determined that that knife matched another knife that we knew came from the Doyle household that had been taken months earlier.
Through a twist of timing and fate, the Colts Neck police already had another knife from the Doyle home, taken after police were called to the house a few weeks prior to Donna's attack, following an altercation between Brennan and his brother.
There's a knife that's apparently used by the younger brother in a threatening manner. Police are called, police take the knife, and the situation ends.
There was no charges or anything that came of it, but they secured the knife in their evidence vault. It was the same brand name, the same look. It was a silver knife.
It was from the same collection.
Correct. That was kind of the icing on the cake to get a search warrant. They had moved during the course of this investigation, so we got a search warrant for their new home.
The search of the new Doyle residence, also in Colts Neck, turned up the rest of the knife set matching the one found atop the shopping center. In late October 2013, Brennan Doyle was arrested.
What kinds of charges was he facing?
Serious ones: attempted murder, carjacking, weapons possession. These are the most serious of crimes that we have.
What do you make of the evidence against Brennan Doyle? Take a look at the complete investigation at 48hours.com.
Months after Donna's brush with death, her alleged attacker, Brennan Doyle, was in custody, facing 6 counts, including attempted murder and carjacking. He pleaded not guilty.
And you have to look at the seriousness of the offense.
The prosecution felt the crime warranted trying Doyle as an adult, even though he was 16 at the time.
And in juvenile court, Brennan is looking at 4 years maximum in a youth detention facility. In adult court, he's looking at up to 30 years.
A judge would rule in Assistant Prosecutor Gerhardt's favor, but there was a catch. Doyle would now be entitled to post bail, set at $760,000, which he did.
When you heard he was out, did all of the fear come rushing back?
It wasn't so much fear as it was anger that he was even allowed to be bailed out.
The thought of running into Doyle terrified Kirsten. She says he even haunted her dreams.
I didn't realize how much it was affecting me. I had no idea until I was like falling asleep and all I see is his face.
As prosecutors developed their case, the details of what happened that horrific night began to emerge.
What does Brennan Doyle say happened the night of July 6th, heading into the morning of July 7th, 2013?
Mushrooms. He says he was under the influence of hallucinogenic mushrooms.
According to investigative reports he examined, Matt Troiano says that on the night of Donna's attack, Doyle claimed he was losing touch with reality and had gotten into a fight with his father.
He has a knife in his hand, Dad kicks him out, and he kind of loses his mind, makes bad decisions.
Police thought it was likely that Doyle, who lived a short distance away, approached Donna's home looking to steal her car.
I don't know if his intent was to kill Donna. Certainly when he started stabbing her, that became his intent.
To me, what he's doing is he's getting rid of the witness.
Gerhardt believes Doyle did not act like someone incapacitated by drugs. Doyle drove 5 miles to that shopping center after leaving Donna's house.
This kid manages to ditch a knife. He abandons the car, and that's not a kid who's so high on mushrooms he doesn't know what he's doing.
Troiano says while a lot of the evidence against Brennan Doyle was strong, the knife, the security camera videos, one thing put this case over the top.
What is going to seal the fate of this boy, this kid, is that there's DNA in her vehicle that links to him. It's indefensible.
But as it turned out, there would be no need for a defense. In August of 2015, Brennan Doyle agreed to a plea deal. In return, the prosecution dropped all but the two most serious charges: carjacking and attempted murder.
It was very important for me that he admit his guilt. If he took the plea, he would have to confess his guilt to the court.
In October 2015, Brennan Doyle, now 18 years old, appeared in Monmouth County Superior Court for sentencing. Donna, who'd attended every court appearance, was there to face him one last time.
Even though I felt overpowered by fear, I wanted him to see me as strong and as a survivor.
It was an emotional day for Kirsten, there to support her mother.
When you would look at him in court, what do you remember feeling?
Anger. Just very angry. Sorry.
The drugs turned me into a monster that night.
Doyle was permitted to address the court.
I pray and hope her wounds will lessen and she will recover eventually. I am asking you to forgive me. Going to prison will be the hardest thing I will ever have to face in my life. I'm afraid.
Brennan Doyle was sentenced to 15 years in state prison. The law requires him to serve at least 85% of that time.
Justice has to be done on both sides, and we have to be sensitive to that. We have a 16-year-old kid who, for the most part, had absolutely no prior history. The court has a balancing act to do.
Did it feel like justice?
It did not.
What would have felt like justice to you?
More like 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, if not longer.
Even with Doyle off the streets, Donna was still struggling. She had found PTSD and domestic violence support groups, but says there were none for victims of random attacks. So in 2015, she decided to create her own, Survivors of Violent Crimes.
The reason we took to the support group was to help each other cope.
Donna connected with fellow survivors, Tiffany Ott and Dana Richards. Together, they held meetings and felt gratified they could help when more survivors joined.
They're finding relief in knowing that they're not alone.
But Donna says her work isn't done. Her future plans include helping victims connect with trauma therapists and offering self-defense classes. As she grows her support group, she's also educating others. She travels to prisons, meeting with inmates, and addresses police cadets so they can understand the victim's point of view.
I got up. I made it up the stairs to my bedroom where my cell phone was, but I got through to 911.
She survives, and she's building a life. How could anyone not applaud that?
Donna says the physical scars that remain are a reminder of the surgeons who saved her life.
This is artwork. They're beautiful artwork. You could either get sucked into the darkness or you just keep going. I did what I had to do to be here today and go another day.
A mother disappears. Evidence points to homicide.
And she's nowhere to be found.
The suspect is gone too, leading U.S. Marshals on a relentless manhunt.
He was using the railways to move around, hopping trains.
The chase is on.
Justice is coming.
48 Hours, next on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
ever think in your wildest dreams that someone might want to kill you?
I would have never thought that anyone would want to kill me ever in my life, ever.
My dad's a sweet guy. I mean, he's very calm. He's full of laughter. He's full of energy. He's like a life of the party.
My life was once beautiful, wonderful. I have 3 wonderful kids. I was married to a beautiful lady.
Hi guys, my name is Lulu Sosa.
My business was booming.
And I'm Ramon Sosa, head coach, boxing. Welcome to Woodlands Boxing and Fitness.
Outside the ring, boxers, they're very loving. They want love from their fans, and they want to give it back. They're the nicest people.
I was a very, very low-key kind of guy. That's the farthest thing from my mind, that somebody wanted me dead.
I remember walking in one night as the gym was in its final hours before it closed. I remember a conversation was taking place about hitmen.
What was it about this conversation that caught your attention?
What caught my attention was whose name came up.
Did they mention Ramon?
Yes. Now my focus was just on talking to Ramon.
I said, Mundo, you're joking around, you know, what's going on?
Ramon was like, don't play with me like that. This is some serious stuff.
And then he said, I seen that look on people's eye before they want to kill somebody.
It's like a screenplay, something straight out of Hollywood. And it would fit right in with every other horror flick that we've seen in the past.
Except this is real.
It is real.
We're taking you inside the twists and turns of a complex sting operation. And here's what makes it unique. The target of the murder-for-hire plot becomes an undercover operative to catch the person who wants him dead. So, Lieutenant, where are we heading?
We are heading to what we refer to as the dig site.
This is the actual grave where I was supposed to be dead. And they had me lay down with my hands behind my back, my head turned. There was a photographer. All I could hear was just the clicking of the camera.
That was somebody's choice. They told someone, this is what I want, this is how I want you to do it, and this is where I want you to put him. It's horrifying.
I saw myself in the grave, dead. Literally, I was supposed to be dead. I'm the only person alive that has ever walked out of his own grave.
To this day, Ramon Sosa finds it surreal that he was the target in a murder-for-hire plot.
I would have never believed it. I would have thought it was just something that is you only see in movies or on TV. I would have never thought that it would be happening to me.
He appeared to have the perfect life. From rubbing shoulders with celebrities like Hugh Hefner to owning a successful boxing gym in Houston. And he had found the love of his life, Lulu.
Life was very sweet.
Beth Blair is a friend of the Sosas.
I saw 2 fun, outgoing, love to party, love to get together with people and have barbecues, and the more people, the merrier.
Ramon's zest for life started early. He was born with a fighting spirit. Originally from Carolina, Puerto Rico, Ramon grew up boxing with his father.
I fell in love with the sport of boxing. I saw how the training, and there was a few world champions that trained there, and I just loved it from the time I was little.
After training for more than 10 years, Ramon took a shot at the pro boxing circuit.
They used to call me the Puerto Rican Express. When I turned 17, I turned pro.
So did you ever knock anybody out in the ring?
Oh yeah, there was a lot of knockouts.
Eventually, the Puerto Rican Express ran out of steam. Ramon hung up his boxing gloves and decided to pursue the American dream.
I went back to school. got my education and started, and I still kept training. You know, always wanted to be involved with boxing in some kind of way.
Ramon got married young and had 3 children with his first wife. He eventually settled down in Houston, Texas, where he opened a boxing gym of his own where he could continue to teach his passion.
I think Ramon is a nice, humble guy, friendly, family-oriented.
Raul Marquez is an Olympic boxer and Showtime commentator. He is also Ramon's longtime sparring buddy.
Anybody that goes in the ring, it's got to be tough. It's got to be mentally tough. You know, I think he's physically and mentally tough, but like I always say, he wasn't tough enough to beat me, you know, beat my butt, you know?
So who is the better fighter, you or Ramon?
Records speak for themselves. Just look it up. Look it up.
Ramon's first marriage ended in 2000. By 2007, Ramon, then 40, was ready to get back in the ring. But this time, he was looking for a different kind of knockout.
And a friend of mine said, hey man, there's a place out there where they play live music. And I heard there's a lot of beautiful ladies out there, Latina ladies.
Ramon decided to go and see this place for himself. And as soon as he arrived, someone special caught his eye.
The place was packed. And I noticed her.
Are you thinking, man, I'm fighting out of my weight class here?
Yeah. She was very, very attractive. You know, she looked very nice. And she danced very, very well. So I just kept my eye on her.
The woman he noticed was Lulu Durantes.
Next thing I know, she walks by me and she steps on my toe.
Now, do you think she might have stepped on your foot on purpose?
Oh, she sure did. She even admitted later on.
Ramon and Lulu had an instant connection.
And that was it. I mean, as soon as we started dancing, we didn't get off the dance floor for the whole night.
Ramon still remembers the very first song they danced to, a popular Latin tune that the salsa band played that night. It would become their song.
Que tú me tienes temblando de noche y de día. Tú me hiciste brujería.
Brujería is a song by El Gran Como de Puerto Rico.
And it means what?
Witchcraft.
Witchcraft. And forgive the pun, but you were under her spell, right?
Basically, yes, I was under her spell.
Spellbound, after dancing the night away, Ramon went home with Lulu, and the rest was history.
She doted on him. She was great.
Beth had a ringside seat to their relationship.
She'd bring him coffee and get up every morning with him and make his breakfast. And I just thought it was really neat, their relationship. You know, they got along really well.
They looked like a very, very happy couple. They would compliment each other. They were into each other.
After less than a year of dating, Ramon dropped to one knee.
I proposed to her, it was around Christmas time. I remember proposing to her, she started crying. She cried and cried and cried, you know. And she was happy, you know, but she couldn't wait to get married.
Lulu Durantes became Lulu Sosa on March 15th, 2009.
She treated me well. She treated me like a king.
Lulu, originally from Mexico, came to the United States with her son and daughter.
What brought her to Houston?
You know, to have a new life, a better life for her children, to, you know, to start again, because she was divorced in Mexico and then she come here.
Natalia Flores is a hairstylist and one of Lulu's closest friends. She met Lulu back in 2007.
She was a nice friend, a good mom, a good worker, a hard worker.
Lulu was often generous with her friends.
If I would say I love that ring, she'd take it off and give it to me. I'd always be careful to say I don't like that because she'd end up giving it to me.
In 2010, Ramon opened a second gym. This time, Lulu was by his side. She kept the books and became a personal trainer.
We offer boxing, kickboxing, and fitness training.
Come check us out.
How big an operation was it?
The gym was about 5,000 square feet, and we averaged about 200 some members a month. Everything was great.
Little did Ramon know he would soon be in the fight of his life.
What was it like growing up Sosa?
Oh my gosh, it was like being a superstar almost. Because everyone knows my dad. Everyone knows who my dad is.
For Ramon's daughter, Mia, a former model and beauty pageant contestant, and her two brothers, growing up around a local boxing celebrity had its perks.
It was just fun. Our dad was a jokester, so every time we were around, it was tons of laughs and smiles and all things like that.
Lots of blended families experience growing pains. But Mia says life after Lulu arrived
Hi, my name is Ramon Sosa.
I am Lulu Sosa.
was not as harmonious as those gym ads made it seem.
She didn't want anything to do with us. We were like nothing to her.
Mia found Lulu's coldness not just mean, but ominous.
It wasn't like she was trying to become a stepmom. She knew that at some point we weren't really gonna be in her picture.
What's more, the spell Lulu seemed to cast over Ramon started to eat away at his relationship with his own children.
She didn't like him spending money on his kids and seeing them.
We're not hanging out as much. And I know we're not doing it because he's got someone else that he's paying his attention to. And it's like, why? I'm your daughter. Where are you going?
Ramon says there was so much animosity between Lulu and his children, they weren't there for a major event in his life.
My kids didn't go to my wedding. That's one thing that's hurt me.
That day that we found out that he had got married, it was heartbreaking. Heartbreaking.
Ramon and his new bride focused on growing their gym into a powerhouse.
For world-class training and fitness.
How much money were you guys making a month or a year?
There was probably about over $18,000, $20,000 a month.
$18,000, $20,000 a month in profit?
Yeah.
But after 6 years of marriage, the Sosa spell began to break. Lulu started confiding in her friends.
She told me that he doesn't want to work too much and he stays more at home and she's working hard and hard and hard.
And accusations of Ramon's laziness were just the beginning.
And she said on an occasion or two that he was physical with her, or that he had come in drinking and was physical with her.
What did she mean by physical?
Like grabbing her or pushing her.
Because he's a strong guy, he came and forced to do things that she doesn't want in that moment.
Like sex?
Uh-huh.
Did she ever tell you that Ramon would force himself upon her and force her to have sex with him when she did not want to?
Yes, she did. She had said that on occasion.
Lulu claims that you have raped her.
Yeah, she's tried everything to ruin my life. From rape, being abusive, to being a drunk, and all these claims, not one of them, not one, have I been charged for. And I tell you, sir, that these hands have never hit a woman in their lives. These have always been for fighting in the ring, not even in the streets, not even in the streets. For her to say something like that, that was really hurtful.
Around the same time that Lulu was complaining to her girlfriends, Ramon says another problem suspiciously appeared: missing money.
After we started having problems at home with the marriage, there was issues with the gym. I'm working people out a lot more, and I see new faces all the time. But when I see the bottom line here, it's not adding up.
Are you worried that she's skimming money?
I was worried, and I was wondering what she was doing with the money.
Ramon soon learned where some of that money may have gone. In March 2015, Lulu hired divorce attorney Julio Joglar.
Lulu was in fear for her safety.
Joglar says he was shocked by what Lulu brought with her to his office.
She was able to take pictures of scratches that he left on her arms, legs, shoulders.
He shared the photos with 48 Hours.
According to Lulu, this was caused by Ramon at one time when he wanted to force himself to her. And there was an altercation, and Ramon grabbed her and
Can I see it?
scratched her. Yeah. That is evidence that he was using force to push her legs out.
There's scratches on her upper arm, and she claims there's a bruise on her leg that you inflicted on her.
Those are all fabricated. I can tell you those are all fabricated.
This is...
But there was one photo that even Ramon says was not made up.
As you can see in this picture, Ramon punched that door, and that can give you an idea of the strength of this man.
That admits to that punch. She was accusing me of stuff, and that's one thing I did. I took my frustrations out. But as far as putting a hand on her, never, ever.
Despite allegations of physical abuse, Ramon and Lulu remained in the same house, even after she filed for divorce. They lived on different floors.
And was Lulu afraid of Ramon, afraid that he may seriously hurt her?
Yes, she was afraid of that.
And it was at that time, in June 2015, that this man, who asked we not show his face, was working out at the gym. He said to call him Mundo.
Ramon Sosa, he's a friend. He's a very good mentor to me.
Mundo had grown up on the tough streets of East Houston.
And he had a very, very rough background. Gangs and drugs and fighting in the streets. Then he wanted a new life, and he became like a son to me.
Mundo says he was friends with Lulu as well. She was there, talking to her 16-year-old daughter when he overheard them.
A conversation was taking place about a customer that was there that supposedly was claiming to be a big shot, that he had connections of hitmen or just people that could inflict harm. What caught my attention was towards the end of the conversation, whose name came up.
Did they mention Ramon?
Yes.
Stunned, Mundo said nothing. He came back here the next day and confronted Lulu, who told him that Ramon was physically abusing her. Then, she said something else.
She was like, I'm tired. You know, I'm tired of him. It's already too much. You know, I wish he'll disappear. I wish something, you know. And I'm like, disappear? What do you mean disappear? Like what? Disappear. And I did the pistol sign.
Mundo was certain that Lulu had murder on her mind and that his friend Ramon was in danger.
And what was it about the way she was talking to you that made you think this was something more than just idle words?
Her eyes. Just her eyes. I've seen that look before. Just people that are serious about what they're saying.
Knowing Lulu was dead serious, Mundo had to think fast. He came up with a plan to stop her. Mundo offered to get involved and hire the hitman himself.
I gave Lulu the impression that I was gonna reach out to a hitman, that I have the guys already ready.
Mundo convinced Lulu he believed her claims of abuse and would help her. But it was actually all a ploy to protect his friend Ramon, who he called as soon as he left the gym.
And he tells me, Lulu wants to kill you.
As shocking as the news was, Ramon says he instantly knew why.
If I died after the divorce was finalized, she was not going to get the money that I have for my retirement.
The value of the gym, the value of the home.
She had everything already figured out.
Ramon immediately contacted police, but was told nothing could be done based only on conversations with an angry wife, as threatening as they sounded.
The sheriff's department needed more. They needed more evidence.
So the two old boxing buddies came up with a plan. They would launch their own sting operation.
The tape recorder I'm gonna use.
Using his street smarts, Mundo would pretend to hire a hitman. He'd send texts to this fictitious killer with details about the hit. Details he'd share with Lulu.
She needs to see that I'm going back and forth with somebody.
Ramon and Mundo bought 2 disposable cell phones. Little did Lulu know that the target, her own husband, was holding that second phone.
And the phone he's gonna use to play his own hitman.
Play his own hitman?
Yes, sir.
I started stressing because, you know, here we are, me and Mundo, doing this amateur investigation or undercover investigation. I don't know what I'm doing.
But Mundo did. He started recording his daily conversations with Lulu.
Nah, pues nomás ellos, bueno, con lo que usted ofreció, pues de perdido saben que todavía está en serio que quiere que lo maten, so, todo está bien.
Sí. No, sí, definitivo. O sea, de que se lo echen, que se lo echen. O sea, vale madre, eso, ¿no? Y de que les voy a pagar.
As the days passed, both men worried Lulu might have another hitman waiting in the wings.
My thing was, what if her patience runs out? You know, Ramon ends up dead. Or what if her patience runs out and I end up dead?
Ramon told no one about what he and Mundo were up to. And living in fear over what Lulu might be up to took its toll. He started carrying a gun.
I'd be at a stoplight, and you know, I would put the gun in between my legs, you know, looking left and right the whole time at a light.
Ramon could not even escape his fear at night.
And you're in bed, where's the gun?
I used to underneath my pillow, loaded.
So Mundo kept the pretend negotiations on track.
We used that phone.
Acting as the middleman between the fake hitman and Lulu.
She's like, well, tell him I'm offering the white truck. Tell him I'm offering him jewelry. Tell him I'm offering him, you know, this much money.
All this time, Ramon and Lulu were still living under the same roof.
On June 9, 2015,
before Mundo overheard Lulu's threat, police had been called to the Sosa house.
Please don't take my car, sir.
Lulu's defense attorney says there was an argument between Lulu's son and Ramon over a truck, which Lulu's son recorded on his cell phone.
Whose vehicle is this? This is my vehicle. I have the legal documents on the right, which I need today. Please don't take my vehicle.
Ramon went to take the vehicle away from Lulu's son, and when Lulu's son basically told him, no, you're not going to take my vehicle.
Please step out of my car.
Ramon punched him on his face.
Ramon, please step out of my car.
Ramon was issued a citation for assault, but he says his hand only made contact with the phone.
I'm an ex-professional fighter. If I would have hit that kid, believe me, he would not be standing up right now.
Ramon, please step out of my car.
I didn't put my hand on that kid.
On June 30th, Ramon and Lulu faced off in court. Lulu wanted a restraining order against him.
Her attorney wrote up the orders that I was abusive, that I hit her son, that they fear for their lives, you know, living with me, staying in my house.
Ramon was ordered to move out of their home and stay away from the Woodlands gym. But he also got an order restraining Lulu from the first gym he owned, the one he'd opened before meeting her. Ramon says he kept his eye on the bigger prize, exposing Lulu's plot against him.
You know, she thought she had me on the ropes, about to knock me out. In boxing, that's called an 8 count. I took an 8 count. I got kicked out of my own house.
But the boxer was about to make a comeback. 10 days after launching their sting, Ramon, posing as Paco, the fake hitman, texts Mundo. He's gotten a 9mm gun costing $200.
When Mundo received the down payment for the gun to have me killed from Lulu, that's when I said, you know what, I think we have enough. Let's take this to the police now.
I got a call on a Sunday.
Lieutenant Mike Atkins works for the Precinct 3 Constable's Office in Montgomery County, Texas.
We had a individual claiming that there was a murder for hire against him.
How unusual was that?
It's extremely unusual. It's the first one of my career.
Impressed with the amateur sting, the professionals were now ready to take over. But they needed a streetwise rookie in their corner, Mundo.
I was afraid, sir, that they might get that person to actually do the job.
They might go with It was important that we not change the investigation. We not change or move Mundo out of the situation because that might bring alarms.
Mundo kept stringing Lulu along, assuring her he was trying to get things done as soon as possible. Finally, he let her know everything is a go for a meeting on July 20th with the hitman, who was really an undercover agent.
He looked like he can be a bad guy in a movie. I said, hey, this is the man that's supposed to kill you.
Lulu agreed to a night meeting in this parking lot not far from the gym. She brought several watches and some jewelry as a down payment. Lulu then went to an ATM machine and withdrew $500, which she brought back here to seal the deal.
When someone in a murder for hire case actually pays some money, have they crossed a threshold?
They have. It shows the level of intent. It shows the fact that they are serious, and it's come to a point where you can't turn back.
Police had enough to arrest Lulu right there and then, but they had concerns, namely Lulu's claims of Ramon's abuse.
Lulu has never had any problems with the law. She's a beautiful lady, mother. We don't want to go to a jury trial and have one of the jurors feel sorry for her.
And so police told Ramon what they needed to do next.
We're planning to take a picture of you dead.
For Ramon, the police sting to bring down Lulu seemed to be taking a cue from Witchcraft, the first song they ever danced to. One of the lyrics, you want to send me to my cold tomb.
Yeah, we're gonna take a picture of you dead, you know, like in a grave, and we're gonna show it to her to show proof that the hitman did the job.
He was kind of dumbstruck, but then as it was explained to him, he was well on board.
In order to get Ramon camera ready,
It is a bullet wound.
police first had to consult some experts.
Being a bunch of middle-aged men, we're not exactly versed on applying makeup. So naturally, we went to YouTube and learned how to apply makeup from teenage girls.
But they also had some deadly examples to follow.
Luckily, we had no shortage of crime scene photos to use as references.
The assistant DA was there, and he brought out some pictures of actual dead people. People with bullet holes to the head. They picked up the one that they thought that was going to be the best one. And I looked.
And they showed you that picture?
Yeah, I was horrified.
Next, they had to find Ramon a grave.
We're heading to what we refer to as the dig site. Luckily for us, the county owned a right-of-way that would give us the privacy we needed.
What was going through your mind?
Well, I really didn't know what it was going to look like. I was at this point already. I mean, I already had the makeup. They already started with the bullet hole.
The final touch, fake blood.
And they told me once we got to the site, they were going to put more blood on me.
This is it. Ramon's final resting place.
So, where were you lying in this grave?
My head was there in that corner right there, and I was
right over there.
Yeah, it looked like I had my hands tied behind my back. They even threw dirt on my head. It looked like a movie scene, honestly.
Was it emotional for you to be in here?
Yeah, it was very emotional. It was hot. It was scary. It was just a feeling of thoughts of, I can't believe this, what I'm doing. I cannot believe what I'm doing. This is what Lulu wanted, right here. This is what she wanted.
Now it's time to show Lulu that this is done and it's time to get paid.
So a second meeting was arranged between Lulu and the hitman in this same parking lot. But this time, it was all caught on camera.
Pues, de guapa.
It's July 22nd, 2015.
Nada, ya estuvo. ¿Todo bien?
Sí.
Ya, nos agarramos ahora en la mañana.
¿En dónde fue?
Saliendo de los apartamentos.
¿De los apartamentos?
Yendo para el trabajo.
Lulu then pays him.
Tengo 1,000.
Lulu is shown the photo of Ramon dead in a grave.
¿Peleó?
¿Peleó?
Peleó.
She starts laughing.
No shock at all.
No shock.
What does that tell you about Lulu?
She's a pretty cold character.
The undercover detective and Lulu discuss the remaining payment, all told $3,000 in cash, watches, and jewelry, and Ramon's white pickup. Then Lulu is given more details of her husband's final moments.
Preguntaba que qué onda, que qué pedo, que no lo matáramos, que no. ¿Por qué le hacíamos esto?
Por pegarme.
Lulu maintains she was the victim here.
¿Te golpeaba?
Sí. Qué desgracia.
The reality of Ramon's death continues to sink in, and Lulu's mood appears to lift.
No se levanta ya.
She was happy. She even made a comment to the hitman. She asked him if he was dead, if I was not going to get up.
Like a joke.
Yeah, she wanted to make sure that I was dead. She made gestures with her hand, like, racing the roof.
Little did Lulu know that her roof was about to come crashing down. The next morning, police come to the gym, and it's not for a workout.
We want to come in and say, hey, we're inquiring about your husband that's been missing, and we want to get her reaction.
Wearing body cameras.
Hey, Ms. Sosa, English? Okay, Detective Martinez with the constable's office.
Police make it seem like they're stopping in to do a wellness check on Ramon.
Is there somewhere we can talk in private? Apparently, Mr. Sosa hasn't been to work today.
Lulu claims she has no idea where Ramon might be.
I haven't seen him. I'm going to talk to him. We're going through the board.
When's the last time you saw Mr. Sosa?
We saw him on Wednesday 15th, the last day.
That's the last time you saw him?
That's the last time I saw him, my mom, and my daughter.
Lulu seems pretty relaxed.
She does. She knows that sooner or later, the police are going to come, either to say he's missing or they found his body.
Remember, the night before she had seen his picture, she was all happy. She was all giggles and happy that to see me dead. And now she was acting concerned in front of the cops.
So he hasn't contacted you in the last 24 hours?
No. She hung up.
Police let Lulu's performance go on a few minutes longer, then lower the boom.
Okay, Miss Sosa, stand up, please. You're under arrest. Okay, you're under arrest.
Why?
Back at the constable's office, Lulu is already taking issue with how she was arrested.
Los derechos me los habían leído antes de que me expulsaran.
She's saying that we're supposed to read her right before we put handcuffs on.
Okay, you can tell that's incorrect if you like.
And eso no es correcto.
Prior to her interview, Lulu is read her rights and refuses to speak without a lawyer. Lulu is charged with solicitation of capital murder. It's an injustice, says her divorce lawyer, Julio Joglar.
I think that Ramon Sosa is someone that was very violent to his wife. And I think that the constant hammering, the constant violence, the constant behavior towards his wife made his wife fear him. I believe that that's what forced her at the end to make a decision that otherwise she would have never made.
The question now, will a jury believe Lulu's claims of abuse?
Here lies Ramon Sosa, right?
Yes, sir. This is like a scene from a movie where they kill these guys and just, you know, and just dig up a hole anywhere and put them away. Very scary.
For 3 days, Ramon had to play the part of a dead man.
And nobody knew where I was. Even my family, everybody was looking for me. I was very, very upset. Rage and sadness, all the emotions came through me.
Okay, Miss Sosa, stand up, please. You're under arrest. Okay, you're under arrest.
Why?
Okay.
Following Lulu's arrest on July 23, 2015, Ramon faced the unimaginable task of telling his children that their stepmother had tried to kill him.
I had just got off of a shift from working at a comedy club, and it was late. You know, I didn't expect my brother to be sitting on my bed. You can just feel something was wrong.
Mia's brother handed her the phone. Her father was on the line.
And he says, very low, Mia, I'm okay. And I said, what are you talking about? And he says, I'm okay, I'm somewhere safe, but Lulu tried to have someone kill me.
That's okay.
And at this point, I mean, you don't hear anything. I didn't know what to do with myself except cry. I remember sliding on the back of the wall down to the ground and huddled into my knees, crying my eyes out.
Now, Ramon had a new fight on his hands, defending his reputation.
That was what hurt me so much. She had so many people believe all this stuff, that I had put my hands on her, that I was an alcoholic, that I hit her son. It's how psycho this person was.
Still, would Lulu use these allegations as part of her own defense? Give me a sense, how strong now is your case against Lulu Sosa?
We think it was a very strong case. We had our video, we had a down payment, we had a confirmation to her that the murder had taken place.
So you've got her.
We got her.
As Lulu awaited trial, that assault charge against Ramon
Please step out of my car.
was dismissed. And Lulu agreed to a divorce settlement that handed Ramon the gym and the house.
She gave it all up.
After 15 months in jail, awaiting trial on the murder-for-hire charges, Lulu gave up the fight. In October 2016, as Ramon looked on, she pleaded guilty to a reduced charge of second-degree solicitation of murder, avoiding trial and a possible life sentence.
She came here with an American dream, and she got her American dream quick. And to lose everything the way she did, it's sad.
Lulu was given 20 years in prison. Is 20 years enough?
I don't think so, but I'm happy that it's over with. I'll take it.
I was just shocked that trying to hire somebody to kill her husband, that's really all she got was 20 years.
Personally, because that's my father, I want you away forever. I don't want you to come out.
Not everyone agrees.
Was that justice, in your opinion?
My opinion, no.
Lulu's divorce attorney, Julio Joglar.
Because?
Because nobody got to hear her side. Many times I saw her crying, I felt her desperation.
Ramon says the ordeal has left scars.
Are you haunted by this?
I'll never be the same person ever again. I call my kids as much as possible. Might be the last day I say that I love them.
Ramon's near-death experience has changed him.
They love our family.
Mia is now back in Texas, having patched up their relationship after Lulu drove them apart.
It's been a really good outcome for me and for him. You're gonna get knocked out sometimes. You're gonna get up, take the loss, and you're gonna try harder and get a win.
Now, Ramon is a sought-after speaker, telling his incredible story of survival. He shared that journey to an appreciative audience in London.
Thank you, London. I'm alive.
The man who Lulu thought would help kill her husband is now an author. Mundo has written a book about his experience.
If Lulu is watching this broadcast, is there anything you would want to say to her?
Redeem yourself. You don't have to be what everybody tells you you are, you know. Everybody's telling me I was something else. Prove everybody wrong, so you could do the same.
Today, Ramon wears a precious reminder of how his time on Earth almost ran out.
Tell me about the watch that's on your left wrist there.
She told Mundo that when they kill me, to make sure to take my watch. That's what I wear all the time now.
I think she ended up picking the wrong man to victimize, don't you?
Yeah. It's the last minute of the last round. She had me on the ropes, and she had no idea that the whole time I had a plan too.